Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Where Am I video. If this is your first Where Am I video, then welcome. This is our series where I show you a picture of somewhere in the world off Google Maps or Google Images, and you have to tell me where it is in the world.
Yes.
Sometimes we do city edition, sometimes we do specific country edition, like what province am I in or what state am I in. This time, we're doing what continent am I in.
Oh.
So, I mean, there's only a couple choices, 7. So,
That's all I have to do is guess the continent.
that's all you got to do is guess the continent. Can't be that hard, right?
Oh,
But there's 10.
you made this up. Like you found these pictures. So it's going to be hard because you're evil. My batting average in Where Am I is very low.
Okay.
Very
Well,
low. And that's fine.
There's
I'm
10
cool with that.
images here. You have 7 to choose from. There's 7, right?
Continents?
There's 7 continents. Pretty sure there's 7.
If you count Antarctica, yeah, I guess.
Okay, yeah, that's continent.
Yeah.
So, there's going to be some duplication in here.
That is true.
And with that said, that doesn't mean that all 7 continents are in here.
Of course not. You could take 7 photos of Africa and make it look like 7 or 10 photos of Africa and make it look like 7 different continents, and they're all Africa.
Heck yeah.
You could go to the top of the Atlas Mountains after a snowstorm and make it look like Antarctica.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
You ready?
So unless there's a zebra or something in some of these photos, I'm done.
Well,
I'm pooched.
you are
Tell you right now.
pretty good at geography, so let's do this.
Let's give it a try.
We'll try not to take too long. Some
Yep.
of these videos are very, very long, so I'll maybe try and spend like 2 minutes per image or something like that. If
yeah.
that. So.
Like I'm either going to know it or I'm not, right? So
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Let's go.
Number one. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have a bunch of derelict cars. Isn't that something? I don't know what to make of this.
It is tricky a little bit.
It is tricky. I'm going to try to get it just so that's the full screen of my laptop. I guess that's as good as it gets.
I have the images on my phone if you're wondering what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah, man. Like, my initial reaction is Africa. That these are vehicles that are... What are you doing?
Looking for a pen. Keep going.
Oh, I got a couple if you need them.
Oh, there's one here.
All right. My initial reaction was Africa, mainly because of that tree in the middle. Like, when I picture the African plains, the Serengeti, whatever, I think of these lonesome trees that are just by themselves, and then it's just brush everywhere in every other direction. This is a place that looks like cars go to die.
Pretty much.
And they look like European-type cars, like that one in the distance with the hood half popped off it there, that sedan.
Yep.
That looks very almost East German or Eastern Bloc. So I'm going to guess, based on that tree, Africa.
Wrong. Australia.
Great.
I like when you get things wrong.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, number 2.
Okay, here's an example. This is, like, you're going to want me to say, oh, this has to be, well, it could be North America, South America, it could be any of the continents, because every single continent has some snow if you go to the right place. This is dry. There's no clouds in the sky hardly at all, except a little bit of mountain wave stuff going on up there. So the sun is fairly, I'd say about 45 degrees. So get ready to say wrong. Okay, get ready to jump on that.
I'm always ready to say wrong.
Antarctica.
Right. Well done. Guess what this valley is called?
The Valley of Snow.
Taylor Valley.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Taylor Valley.
Yep. All right.
It
Next.
has that homey look to it.
Yeah.
Next. Oh, man. We've got mountains. We've got nice coniferous trees and what looks like a city down below. Can I lean in here a bit?
Yeah. I'll let you lean. I'll allow it.
My first reaction is this is maybe Scandinavia, so that would make it Europe or the Alps, and this is like looking down into some village in Austria or something. But it looks a little northern. I don't know. Europe and Asia are pretty close. This could easily be North America. This could be the mountains of Alaska. This could be, oh man.
That's why this game's a little hard.
That's why this game's a little hard. I hope the viewers at home are having the same, I don't hope they are, but they probably are having the same struggle I'm
Yes,
having.
also hope you guys are playing along at home
Yeah.
and enter down your answers in the comment section after the video and tell us how you did.
You know, because of the roads I see, like I see a nice road going way off into the distance in the center right, and I see another, like a wider road through the trees in the center left. I think it's more of a motor vehicle driven place. So I'm just going to go out on the farm and say North America.
That is correct. This is Golden, BC.
Oh, I've been to Golden, BC.
So have I, twice.
Yes, you beat me there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful city.
Yeah, it is. It is beautiful, no question.
All right.
2 for 3.
Next.
Oh. Okay. All right. So we've got ourselves a very, I would say East Asian looking truck. Like when I look at that truck with the bathtubs on the back of it or whatever that is, I instantly think like China or North Korea or something. And I don't even have to worry about how close I am, because if I think it's either one of those countries, then I have an answer. We have a lot of agriculture that's looks like man-made assisted here. Maybe a dry area.
It's pretty flat.
This is pretty flat, so I'm thinking this is maybe Mongolia or something. But I'm just going to pop out on the end of the tree and say Asia.
You would be wrong.
Oh.
This is North America.
No kidding.
This is Texas.
This is Texas. What you doing with Chinese trucks in Texas, boys? Yeah, I can't really tell it's Chinese. It has that kind of round top to it, so that's why I was thinking.
Not a bad guess, though.
Well, I was only off by about 10,000 miles, but that's okay.
Okay.
All righty. Next.
Oh,
wow. How beautiful is that?
Very beautiful.
Huh. We've got Rocky Mountains. We've got earth-covered mountains with vegetation. We've got a lake. We've got what looks like fencing that would be for animals.
I would assume.
And it almost has I'm getting like a Nordic vibe off of this.
Okay.
And I think I see maybe blonde people. So I'm going to say Europe.
Okay. You are correct. I'll give you
bonus points?
a bonus point if you can name the country. I'll give you an additional point.
I'm going to say Norway.
That is incorrect. This is Austria.
Oh, is that okay? Yeah. Very good. Must be up pretty high. That's beautiful.
Okay, next.
Oh.
Not a whole lot of clues here, but
Not a whole lot of clues at all.
you know it's probably not Antarctica.
Yes, that's when in the process of elimination. That's probably one I could likely eliminate. This could be Siberia. It probably could be Australia for all I know. It has I get a Siberian vibe off of this.
Okay.
Lots of those trees and some muskeg kind of looking territory. Could be North America too. I'm going to say Asia.
Well, didn't you say Siberia?
Yeah.
Isn't Siberia part of Russia, which is part of Europe?
Russia straddles Europe and Asia. Most of Russia is actually in Asia.
I thought it was considered European, I thought all of Russia was considered. I mean, you're wrong either way. It's North America, but
Yeah, no, the Europe and Asia, the dividing line is typically the Ural Mountains, which are in fairly significantly West Russia.
okay.
And anything east of that is Asia, but the most of Russia is east of that, all of Siberia and
Interesting. Okay.
there.
That's Vancouver Island.
No. Where exactly can you say?
So Victoria, obviously at the bottom.
Yeah.
North, west, right along the shore almost.
North and west, so like Souk? Like is it south where Victoria is or up a lot farther?
It's not up that far.
Okay.
It's in the national park area.
Okay. Yeah, very good. Well done. Next,
Next, please.
Uh-huh. Well, that's interesting.
And this really could be almost any continent except for Antarctica.
Yeah, this could be almost any continent. When I first look at this, I think of a beach in some place like the Vancouver Island area or Vancouver. You see the mountains in the distance that are right down to the surface of the ocean or the water.
Mm-hmm.
Nice beaches,
Can I ask you a question?
driftwood. Ask me a question.
I've given you North America 3 times.
Yeah,
Do you think I'd give it to you a 4th time?
I think you would do anything to get ahead.
I would.
But I do think you also want to distribute the
Okay.
fun. So
I'll even give you a bonus point here, and you guys at home as well, if you can not only name the continent, but also the country.
I'm going to say South America.
Okay.
Do I have to name the country? I guess if I'm wrong, the country doesn't matter.
But, okay, that is correct.
Okay.
It is South America.
Okay. Now, the name of the country. I'm going to say Uruguay.
Colombia.
I was just thinking maybe it was the Rio Plata area, like near Argentina.
That's okay. You got the right
It's
continent.
okay. I got the right
You
continent.
got a
so
point.
I'll just take the point.
You
I'll
got
take the point.
4 right and 3 wrong. So,
Man,
yeah,
I have a chance at this.
you do.
I do. Ready for the next one? Or
Yes, I am ready for the next
Okay.
one. Sorry.
oh man. Okay.
Amazing.
Is it ever?
This country is on my bucket list.
Oh. That is, I'm marveling at the,
It is the only country in this continent that I want to visit.
the only country in this continent that you want to visit. That looks like hard ocean there, but it could be a massive lake as well. But my initial reaction is Australia, but Australia is a continent and it's a country. So when you say it's the only country in this
I've
continent,
given some hints here.
you have given some
You
hints
know
here.
it's not North America because I've been to Canada, obviously,
Yeah.
and I've been to the United States and Mexico.
I'm going to stick with Australia.
You think I'm playing foolishness?
Yes,
I
I do.
You're wrong. It's Africa.
No.
So
So
this is what happens. You reverse psychology yourself a little bit.
yeah,
And think yourself, you're convinced that I'm trying to fool you when
exactly.
sometimes I'm just
And
not.
that becomes more important than what I'm
Yeah,
looking at.
It's awesome.
It's trying to outsmart you, which is probably not a game I can win.
Okay, so you got that one
You're
wrong.
controlling all the cards. But I am curious about the
Okay.
country
No
here.
bonus points for this, but I'll allow you to guess the country. I have told you in the past, but it was probably 6 months, a year ago, so you probably don't remember.
South Africa.
Incorrect. Northwest of that.
North and west of that. Morocco?
No, that's way too. That's way too.
Way
north.
too far. So north and west of South Africa is Namibia.
There you go.
Really?
Yep.
I don't remember you telling me that,
Oh man, I'm all about Namibia.
but where's that from?
It's just okay. So Fun for Louie and
Yep.
what's his face went on a plane.
That's right. I remember
Plowed
that.
around that.
Yeah.
And like literally everywhere they went was just incredible.
It was. I watched that part of the series.
And I know someone who's been to Namibia, and they say the same thing. As it's as good as it looks. So
I've talked to Namibia on the radio.
you've talked to everywhere on the radio.
Not quite.
I'm going to ask you a trivia question at the end of this episode that's completely unrelated to geography.
Okay.
Stick around for that.
All right. Next one.
Yes, next one.
Okay. Well, this I can narrow this down to a continent that has rocks, some water, and some stone, and some hard, scrabbly grassland. And apparently human habitation way in the distance across the water. Have we had any Asia yet?
Maybe. Search your memory.
When I first look at this, I think of Newfoundland. I think of
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I think of Newfoundland or Cape Breton, something like that, where you've got old, igneous-looking rock. And if there were mountains there in the past, they're long ago worn down. So, I mean, this could be Britain. This could be Alaska. Could be darn near anywhere. So thanks for this one. I'm going back to North America.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think I went in for a fourth dip?
I do.
There was no fourth dip.
Okay.
At least not for this one. This is Europe. Sweden.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just outside of Gothenburg.
Oh, neat. So the latitude is close, and
Yes, you were right. I mean,
like
in a way,
yeah,
same landscape basically.
yeah. But
They were once connected.
I'll take the loss. Oh, now how
The
pretty
last
is that?
one.
This is gorgeous. And I see, you know what? I see that flat, lighter colored rock around the water, but up on that hillside, I see dark rock. I think it's dark rock.
Okay.
So that makes me think volcanic. And a mixture of volcanic and maybe old rock too. And I see a mountain in the distance that's pretty pointy, so it's not that old, you know, only maybe 500 million years old. I'm going with Asia for this one.
Okay. You are right,
All right.
but I'm going to offer up another bonus point if you can guess the country.
Well, I think we're talking the Pacific Ring of Fire here, but literally Asia is so huge that you could likely find a scene like this almost anywhere, but the rocks and things, I'm thinking, man, southern, probably tropical by the look of those clouds. Nice cumulus clouds starting to tower a little bit. Looks a little tropical. I'm going to say Cambodia.
Incorrect. Sri Lanka.
Okay. Very good.
So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You actually got 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. I think that's a pass. It's got to be a pass. You got to pass.
That is a pass. It was very difficult. I put North America in 3 times.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well done, actually. Legitimately well done. Ready for your trivia question?
I am, yeah.
It's about space.
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay. This is worth nothing other than bragging rights.
Whoa.
Are there any moons in our solar system that are bigger than Mercury?
It's just a yes or no?
Yep. Well, let me ask you this first. Are there any moons bigger than Pluto?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm 51-49 on it because like initially when you asked me the question, I'm thinking, heck yeah. Like Titan, Io, whatever. One of those has to be bigger than Mercury. They've got to be.
Because Mercury's not very big.
But Mercury, yeah, because Mercury is not very big. But it is its own planet. Goes around the sun in how many days?
Mercury?
Yeah.
I can't remember if it's fast or slow.
It's 88 days.
88 days.
Gosh. I'm going to say yes. Bigger
You
than
are
Mercury.
correct.
Am I?
How many?
2.
Oh, that is also correct.
Is it really?
It is.
Is it Titan and
Can you name
Io?
both of them?
Titan is one.
That is correct.
Ganymede's the other one.
Yes, it
Holy
is.
crap!
Well done.
Really?
Yeah.
It just popped in my head. Ganymede.
Ganymede is the biggest in the solar system. It's 8% bigger than Mercury.
I did not know that. I was thinking, what's the Io, the one I was thinking of?
Yeah,
right?
I was not quite as big.
Okay.
But
Somehow
it is
just
one of the
Ganymede
biggest.
just popped in. So it must have been in there somewhere.
Well done.
Whoo!
Yeah.
So, but that was worth nothing.
It was worth nothing. No, they thought Titan was the biggest for a while, but it has an atmosphere, so they couldn't see how
Oh, okay.
where the
It was
basically
actually
the ground
smaller.
started. Yeah, so
So is Titan, it's rocky, is it? Like
It-
it's not a little gassy thing. It's
it's rocky, but it's the entire planet has an atmosphere, and it rains like I don't know.
sulfuric acid or
And
something.
it's not that; it's like ammonium or something stupid like that.
Oh, great. I'd like to have a
And-
shower in that.
But they think that there's possibly a water ocean underneath the mantle, one of the mantles that's kind of surrounds the planet, which is interesting. But
I regret that. I'm happy I was born and will live through the period of what we call the early part of the space age. I was born before the first human ever went into space, and I'll probably live long enough. I might live long enough to see a launch from Mars, maybe.
Oh, I think you will.
If I look after myself
yeah,
a little
think you will.
better.
That's yeah.
But I won't live long enough to find out the answers to all these questions, right? Like, is there any life underneath in some of these oceans surrounding Jupiter or
Europa
Saturn?
and
Yeah.
what's that other ice one? Enceladus or whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyways, yep,
Yeah.
cool. Lots of stuff going on.
Yeah, because they're going to find out some cool stuff in the next couple of 100 years, and yeah, I just hope it helps humankind.
When
in
I was
some way.
when I was born, Pluto was still a planet.
Yeah, and some people would argue strongly that it still is.
I would.
They never accepted that Pluto was.
Heck yeah.
'Cause you're in favor
I'm
of
a
Pluto?
believer of. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know when Pluto was discovered? What year?
1749, 1849,
Later.
1949.
A little earlier than that, but not much. I think it was 1936. Yeah, so it's not that long ago. They finally
That's
saw
pretty crazy.
this little star that was moving and shouldn't be moving, and they scoped it all out. I saw the coolest documentary on TV the other day.
Tell me
the
about
coolest.
Tell me.
It was all about. It was on PBS, and it was about ancient astronomy and the things that people 2,500 years ago could learn about space just based on doing basic measurements. Like there was this guy, Epimedes or something. He lived in Alexandria, Egypt. He was, I think, of the Greek culture at the time. And he noticed that way south of Cairo, way south of in the southern part of Egypt, which we now know is on the equator, he heard about this place where the sun was right overhead and shone all the way down this well, all the way to the bottom. So he knew that that happened on a certain day of the year. And on that same day, he was 70 miles or 150 miles north of that, and he stuck a stick in the ground, and he measured the length of the shadow off of that stick at that same time. And using that angle of the shadow, knowing the sun was shining straight down that hole X amount of miles away, he calculated the size of the Earth from that knowledge.
That's crazy.
And he was right to within, I think, 3,000 miles. Like the Earth
Wow.
is about 24 or 25,000 miles around. He calculated it at 28 or something.
That's crazy.
And it's just like, it blows my mind that they were so smart and they had nothing to work with. Just like, scratches on a stick or something.
And I mean, the majority of us are a bunch of idiots. Really. I mean, compared to
Compared to
that
some of the
stuff.
stuff that these, and like when Copernicus finally discovered or figured out that the sun was in the center of the solar system, not the Earth, because Ptolemy, he figured the Earth was in the center, but all these planets were doing things like retrograde motion, like Mars would go this way and then it would back up and then it would go that way again. And he had to build other things in his model to explain that, if Earth was in the middle. He made the most complicated astronomical model of how all this stuff would actually not only go around the Earth, but spin on its own little course while it's going around the Earth. And he built one that actually worked, except it was wrong.
which is crazy.
And then Copernicus came along and said, actually, the Earth is not in the center.
Which is a very radical concept at the time.
Bigly radical back
Yeah,
then.
it's crazy.
And I think I think he lost his head because he was going against the teachings of
And that's what happens.
whatever. So they stuck with this Ptolemy model for like 1,000 or 1,500 years before someone could figure out that actually that's not right. And that was only a few hundred years ago.
Yeah, it really wasn't that long ago.
And now we've walked on the moon, and not only have we walked on the moon, we celebrated the 50th anniversary of walking on the moon.
Now we're going back.
Now we're going back.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Yeah, look, astronomy's fantastic. So I appreciate the questions.
Hey, no problem.
That
Well
was
done.
fun. And that was fun, too. Thank you.
No problem. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this random conversation about space at the end. If you did, or if you liked the first part of this video, please hit the like button down below. We'd really appreciate that. And hope you're having a good summer. And thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Adios.